is Cookie Monster. Today's video tutorial is decorating Cookie Monster, and he is so cute and it is such an easy cake to decorate. I can't wait to show you. Let's go. To make Cookie Monster, you're going to need the Jumbo Cupcake. I've got the chocolate mud cake today just because it's the most popular and I really love the flavour. But you can use a vanilla cake, you can use any cake that you want, and do that out of the Jumbo Cupcake tin, the Wilton one, just like I showed you. I've got some blue buttercream, so you'll need that for Cookie Monster, and that's just made with the Queen's Food colouring from the supermarket. So if you want to learn about buttercream, I've got a video tutorial at angelfoods.net all about the recipe and how to make a really good buttercream. I've also got some chocolate buttercream, which we're going to use for the base of the Jumbo Cupcake. And then you need a piping bag and a small nozzle, number 7 star nozzle. So we've got him. You'll also need some blue coconut, and this is for Cookie Monster's fur. So I've used some shredded coconut and I've just coloured it blue. And how you do that is literally add a couple of drops of the Queen Food colouring on top, use a pair of gloves and just colour the coconut. That's how you colour coconut or sugar. So that's the blue coconut for Cookie Monster. And you'll need the cookie for Cookie Monster. So I've got the, this is a shortbread cookie recipe that I just love. It is 120 grams worth of shortbread at the wet weight, so this is before you bake it off, and I just pop some choc chips on top because nothing looks better than a choc chip cookie. So that's for Cookie Monster. And you will also need some eyes for Cookie Monster. So these are just literally white chocolate that's been melted. I used the back of a teaspoon to spread it out on a bit of baking paper into that shape. And I've used this little shape down the bottom is literally to stick it into the buttercream, so you need a little bit of a hook or a stick so it stays in. And then you just pop on a couple of chocolate drops and make sure you do them a little bit crazy. So Cookie Monster has the crazy eyes, the offset eyes, so don't do them in the centre. So you've got a couple of eyes for Cookie Monster. You need a disposable cake board. This is an 8-inch round and they're only about $1 each from cake decorating shops. So very cheap, very affordable. You will also need a palette knife. I've got a straight palette knife. I've also got an angled palette knife. You might need a knife to trim your cake, and also you will need gloves. It's this little secret why. It'll be a trick, trust me. And this is for Cookie Monster's head. So to do a top of a Jumbo Cupcake, it is a little bit special, only because of the shape. It's not a normal shape of a cake. So how I do it, I'm just going to pop that to the front for a second. How I do it is I hold it like this to get it onto the top of the Jumbo. Some people do it by popping it into a glass, like a pint glass, and sit it in there and then use the pint glass kind of like a table, I suppose, kind of like a cake table. But I'm going to show you how to do it holding it in your hand. So a bit of crumb does come off, but that's all right. I'm going to use the straight palette knife this time, and I've got my blue buttercream. And the first thing to do is to pile on some buttercream here. And I always put a layer on the top side of the Jumbo Cupcake as well. And I think with the blue it looks pretty as well as you're cutting it, that you've got the layer of blue buttercream in the centre, as well as the chocolate. It's a little bit special. All right, and then you want it to go over to the edges because you want to do a layer of buttercream all the way around the edge. So it doesn't need to be U-Butte special. The only thing I would suggest is having it as thick as possible. So the fact I'm holding it in my hand, I can spin it around and reach every angle. I'm going around this side now. And it will make a mess, I guarantee it, because I've got coconut that's going to go everywhere as well. But it's going to look amazing and taste amazing. Chocolate and coconut just go together, don't they? They should be totally married or something. All right, so we've got a nice thick layer. That looks awesome to me. Just a little bit missing on this side. So I'm going to pop a little bit more on. Now, what I'm going to do before I pop it onto the cake is I actually want to put the coconut on now, just on this part that I've decorated. And trust me, it's just easier this way if you do it now rather than later, because you're going to get it all over the chocolate. So I do it at this stage. So if you've got a helper, you can pop on a pair of gloves at this stage. Just saves your hands getting blue from the coconut. But otherwise, you just have the coconut ready and you just pat it on. So you just get quite a large handful and hold it over your plate, so then the crumbs just fall back into the plate for the most part. And you just keep spinning it around. Fabulous. Yep, that's all done all the way around. Now what I'm going to do is bring my base back, and I want to flip him over. I'm just going to scrape it off a little bit. Then to flip him over, there's a little bit of a trick. You want your palette knife or a knife, and you want to use that kind of like as a lever. So you're holding it quite firmly, you're going to flip it 1, 2, and it's helping you guide it into place so that you're not losing it or putting it in the wrong spot. So I'm just checking that it's nice and centered, and pull the palette knife out. So there'll be a bit of cake crumb and coconut on there, but that's fine. There's a bit of chocolate buttercream as well from the bottom of the top of the bottom. Yeah, that kind of made sense. I swear it did. All right, so for Cookie Monster, we need to organise where the cookie's going to sit. So this, I just want to get rid of this blue buttercream, because you don't want blue buttercream on your cookie. You want to keep it quite neat. All right, so we want to tidy up the cookie a little bit. So it's a little bit jagged from cooking, and I want quite a straight line. So tidy him up there. Fabulous, and he'll sit nicer on the top of the jumbo. Now you need to cut out where his mouth is going. So I'll get rid of a little bit of that blue buttercream. Now his mouth, you just kind of, like this is where his eyes are going to be. So you kind of imagine the nose, and then not that he has a nose, but that's where a nose would go if he totally had one. And then you want to hack into where the mouth goes. And then you just pop the cake out. And then you kind of test how it sits. And I'd like it sitting in a little bit further down here and downwards a little bit. So I'm going to cut down here further, and at the cheeks cut in a bit further. That looks pretty good to me. There is going to be buttercream in there, so he'll be sitting on the buttercream, but that looks pretty awesome. So you could cut this out right at the beginning stage if you want. I like doing it at this stage, but completely up to you, whatever you find easiest. So we're going to layer him up with some more buttercream. Now we've got where his mouth and his cookie's going to sit. We pop his eyes in, and you can see it does make a bit of a mess, but it's all good. All fixable with buttercream. Adorable. He's just so cute, and the kids know straight away who he is. It will be always a winner at any birthday party. And let me show you some other jumbo cupcakes you can do using the same techniques. That was our cupcake decorating tutorial on Cookie Monster using a jumbo cupcake tin. That was so much fun. Now I know you can totally do this. If you want to check out our buttercream tutorial and other tutorials we've got available, head to angelfoods.net. We've also got franchise business opportunities. If you're ready to have a cupcake business and work from home and make money, I've got the business opportunity for you. My name's Rebekah from Angel Foods. If life hands you lemons, make lemon cupcakes. He is so super cute and he's so popular. I do him so often. I'm so glad you decided to play with me. Let's go play with Cookie Monster. Oh my god, it's still wrong. Let's not play with him. Okay, come on, Cookie Monster. Man up. Oh my god, it's so wrong. See? Yeah, exactly. Just stumble over words. How about just wrong words? Okay, me and Cookie Monster, we're gonna do it.